Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. So yesterday we had reached this, and I'm not sure if I explained the last part properly. Let's explain again properly. So la Buddha, I said to you, Buddha means escape. So Buddha is an escape. So and la is for linafil jins. So we put here on top in our according to our tertib structure. You put here la linafil jins, meaning any. La linafil jins, the emphatic negation. Buddha is the ism. Okay? And then the khabar is mahzuf. And then both of these become muta'alliq to the khabar mahzuf. Yes? That's the tarkib of this, the i'rab. And how do you translate this? I said Buddha, so literally means there is no escape from musnad ilay and musnad for a kalam. Meaning a musnad ilay, a kalam, cannot escape from musnad and musnad ilay. So whenever you use the word la Buddha, the thing that is necessary comes with mean, the thing you can't escape from. And who is necessary for comes with lam, harfun jar. And instead of, you don't translate it literally, you translate it as mandatory, essential. So for example, la Buddha li talibil ilmi min ilmin nahwi. So ilmun nahwa is essential, mandatory for a student. La Buddha lil muslimi min taqwa Allahi. Taqwa of Allah, consciousness of Allah is essential for every Muslim. So literally means escape, that's how you translate it. You understand La Buddha phrase? So literally means La Buddha, there is no escape from the musnad ilay and the musnad for a kalam. But that doesn't really make sense, that's not English. You don't have to understand how it's translated and you say there is no escape, sorry, there is, you say musnad ilay and musnad are mandatory for kalam, for any kalam. Now, what did he say before? That you must have what? Two isms or an ism and a fa'il. This is a unnecessary discussion for Mubtadi. But I have to explain it in the book. Okay? I said I love his structure, but many places he's gone off and I don't like things that he's done. But he's now, again, a beginner, you don't raise questions and all these small technicalities, but he's raised an issue, so we just discuss it. And if you want to ignore it later on, it's not a problem, it's not a fundamental, it's not a rudimentary part of the Nahw. فَإِنْ قِيلَ, meaning, if it is said, meaning if somebody says, well, your argument is that you must have two ism or one fa'il and one ism for a complete sentence. But هذا نوقذ هذا نوقذ ناقض يناقض مناقضة is contradiction. So هذا نوقذ, this is contradicted بالنداء via nida. This is contradicted via nida because of nida. Or they say by. This is contradicted by the nida, the vocative case. The vocative case or clause, I don't know. By the vocative. Just leave that out. So this is contradicted by the vocative. Meaning when you call somebody, what do you say? Nahwu ya Khalid. What do I say? Ya Khalid. What is ya? Adatu nida'in. Basically it's harf. It's a harf, isn't it? And Zayd is what? An ism. So we have one harf and one ism, but everybody agrees that what? Ya Zaydu, Ya Khalidu is what? Is it Ya Zaydu, Ya Khalid in your book? Ya Zaydu. Maybe somebody rewrote it for Khalid, that's why they changed the book. So Khalid becomes what? Ya Zaydu, Ya Khalid, whatever it is. Correct? So Ya Khalid is a complete sentence. Does it have two isms? No. Does it have one ism and one fa'il? So what he was saying before is contradicted. So he says, if somebody raises this question, no need for this anyways, but yeah, I better explain it. Qulna, if somebody says this, we will say, harfun nida, the particle of nida, qa'imun maqama ad'u wa atlubu. Let me explain the structure first. Qulna is the fa'il fa'il, and this whole thing becomes a maqula. This whole sentence from here, all the way to the end becomes a maqula. Yes? And then we say, harfun nida is the mubtada. Yes? And then, this is the khabar. Okay? Until here's the khabar. Yes? Qa'imun is a shibul fa'il. Ismul fa'il. Has the meaning of a verb. Therefore, maqama is a maf'ulun fi. Is the maf'ulun fi of what? Qa'imun. So, if you put on top here, you can say here. قائم, let's do a tarkib, not no i'rab, do tarkib, okay? We say here قائم is ismul fa'il, and then maqam ad'u wa atlubu is the مفعول في of the what? مفعول في of the اسم الفاعل. And then مقام is مضاف. And أدعو وأطلب is مضاف إليه. And this is إعراب حكائي معطوف عليه معطوف. معطوف عليه and معطوف. So how do you translate this? The حرف النداء, the حرف النداء قائم, stands in the place of ad'u and atlubu, meaning ya. When you say ya, that really means what? Ad'u, or it means atlubu. So even though the word is a harf, ya, it really stands for what? A verb. So in theory, ya Khalid also comprises of what? A fa'il and a ism. So the literal translation is here. We would reply. So it says here, if someone says, if someone queries, or if someone questions, we would. So if somebody questions this, says that question, we would reply and we would say, harfun nida, the vocative particle, stands in the place of ad'u, the verbs ad'u and atlubu. Or, if you want, you can translate this whole thing here and says, substitutes. Substitutes. Get caught out in spelling now, innit? When you've got no automatic right click from Microsoft Word, autocorrect. So harfun nida substitutes the verbs ad'u or atlubu. Wa huwa al-fa'il, and the words ad'u and atlubu are fa'il. فلا نقض عليه. فلا نقض means no contradiction. فلا نقض عليه, there's no contradiction on our statement saying that it must have two isms or ism and a fa'il. Yes, this is all this bits and bobs. It's not too. Yeah. Correct. وإذا فرغنا من المقدمة, and إذا, we can say when. But I'll translate it as now that. وإذا فرغنا من المقدمة, and now that we have فرغنا literally means to become empty. الإناء الفارغ يرن كثيرا. So فارغ means empty. So when you say فرغ من العمل, it means what? Completed. So you see here, now that we have completed. And then this min, you don't translate the min as from, because idiomatic usage. Faraga min means to become free from something. We have completed it. So how do you translate that? إِذَا فَرَغْنَا مِنَ الْمُقَدِّمَةِ. Now that we have completed the muqaddimah. Fa is what? Harfu atf. Fa is harfu atf. This lam is what? Lamul amr. So if you want to command the third person or the first person, so if I say I'll say to you, isma'u, isma'na. But if I want to say to somebody in English, I always say, for example, should. I can't say go he go. I say he should go. He should listen. They should have read properly. Use the word should. So the should is equivalent is by adding the lamul amr to fi'l mudari. So for a person in front of you, I would say isma, listen, or even very emphatic or very rude ways, listen you. Okay? And a normal, so listen. And if I want to say to somebody who is far away from me, who's not in the conversation, I say liyasma. He should listen. So for third person, you say the word should. And if it's a mutakallim, you say, not we should, you say let's. So you translate it as what? Let's, or let us. Correct? So now that we have completed the muqaddimah, let us, shara'a yashra'u, to initiate, to commence. That's called a sharia, is a method, a methodology. ما شرع لكم من الدين ما وصى به. So فلنشرع في الأقسام الثلاثة. Let us initiate or commence or begin the three aqsam. Because I mentioned it before, he's divided his book in a very nice structure. He's got the muqaddimah, then after that he's got three aqsam. The qism al-awwal is regarding all the harf, all the isms. Qism al-thani is regarding the verbs, and the qism al-thalith is regarding the harf. So it's very easy to find a ruling in the book because He's divided the book very nicely. So he's going to have 3 aqsam. Okay? And then he says here, Wallahu al-muwaffiq wal-mu'een. Waffaqa yuwaffiqu, waffaqa yuwaffiqu tawfiq, to grant the ability. There's more deeper meaning, but for now that's enough. Wallahu al-muwaffiq. Allah is the muwaffiq wal-mu'een. And the a'ana yu'eenu i'anatan, to help. The assister, the one who helps, or the one who assists. Are you following? Yes? Okay, subhanallah bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.